Welcome to JCE Connect. Um, Maybe we are discussing about the different properties of cement and different tests of cement which we are going to do um, in our um, normal process. Um, of course, we have not discussed in detail the strength property. The strength is very important. Normally, whenever we asked in the concrete, we'll ask that is what will be the strength. So what kind of cement you are using it, because cement is very important property. um, Even small variation in the property of the cement, it is going to affect largely in the strength. But um, cement paste strength is typically defined in three ways, that is compressive, tensile, fractional. So these strength, maybe some of you already conducted some of the tests, that is a compressive test, tensile strength and flexural strength. So these are strength can be affected by number of items, that is including water cement ratio, that is cement fine aggregate ratio, that is type and grading of the fine aggregate, curing conditions, size and shape of the specimen, and loading conditions and its age. So normally water to cement ratio, cement to fine aggregate ratio, that is majorly affecting what we can call it as it is more than 70%. So these are the normally we will prepare the specimens. We will prepare some of the cylinders, we will prepare some of the cubes, and this one is the mold. Normally we'll use it with the standard dimensions. So when you are finding the strength, that is a compressive strength, the cement paste, of course, so that is consisting of one part of cement, three parts of standard sand, and water by weight, is placed in a 7 centimeter molds, and the specimens are water cured for various ages and for testing, that is 7 days, 28 days. So like that we are going to test it 14 days. So that is what the ages. So the mortar specimen taken out of a mold are subjected to compressive to determine the strength. So the compressive test is conducted on mortar cubes, of course. After finding the breaking load in the compression, that is normally we'll calculate it when it is going to break, how it is going to break, where is the cracks, using this formula, that is P max by A. That is A is total 50 centimeter square area, how it is going to break it. Then the average of the results found by testing the 6 specimens with the compressive strength of the mortar cubes. Normally the average of, normally when you are conducting this test, normally will minimum we require 6 cubes. On an average, if the cube, all 6 cubes are breaking in a similar pattern, then we'll consider it as there is a compressive strength of maximum 40 mp, or is maximum it is taking. That is P means that is a pressure. P stands for pressure, that is a maximum pressure which it is going to hold for 50 centimeter square area. So this is how we are going to do it, that is a compressive strength, and this is a compressive testing machine, you can see that. That is for the specimen. And of course these are the different compressive strength for a standard. I mean, this is a literature uh, for this ordinary Portland cement they have taken, and they have conducted it with a different ratio of ordinary Portland cement. What will be the compressive strength, they have displayed it. Of course it is not that much is required. So normally this is very important, different types of cement, for which grade, which IS code we are referring it, because this is very important. Because when you say this is the 33 grade, so then we have to use that code only to determine the different types of strengths, and to find out, and there they have given the mixed design also. So for ordinary Portland cement for 33 grade, we'll use it IS 269 1989. Ordinary Portland cement of 43 grade, we'll use IS 8112 1989. Ordinary Portland cement of 53 grade, we'll use IS 12269 1987 only. See, for different grades, different design they have given, different ratios of water to cement ratio, water to binder ratio they have given. So that strictly you have to follow it. If you don't follow it, normally what will happen is you will end up with a wrong design, and you will end up with the wrong compressive strength. Normally you will lose the strength by around 10 to 15%. So then normally rapid hardening cement will use it IS 8041, that is 1990. Sulfate resisting cement, that is IS 12330, 1988. So normally we'll use the OPC of all three grades, but this you are not heard, that is rapid hardening cement, sulfate resisting cement, Portland slag cement, and these are the IS code, that is IS 455 for 1989. Quick settling cement, low heat cement, IS 12600, 1989. If you see all these cements, so based on the application we'll use it. So normally in India we'll use commonly three types of cement, but when the research is going on, normally this kind of cements they are establishing nowadays. And based on the application, most of the factories, some of the factories, they requires some of the environmental conditions will not suit for this alternate Portland cements, so there they will use a rapid hardening cement. Normally in the cold countries we'll use a rapid hardening cement. Maybe we'll discuss in detail all this rapid hardening cement is what, sulfate resisting, where it is applicable. But now when you are using it, you have to use this standard codes for all these types of cements. So now Portland pozzolanic cement will use it IS 1489, that is part 1, 1991. So there is a fly ash based, means based on the fly ash they are preparing this cement. The fly ash is a major component because it consists of 78% of silicon dioxide. Silicon dioxide is one component which is responsible for the preparation of the cement. If the silica is more than 60%, is eligible for the preparation of the cement. Then air entraining cement, then colored cement, that is white cement. Normally we can call it as a lime, that is white cement, that will use it as IS code. Then hydrophobic cement, air entering cement, and colored cement will use it, that's code is same, that is IS 8042, 1989. Then hydrophobic cement, that is IS 8043, 1991. Oil well cement, IS 8229, 186. You might have not heard all these cements, but based on the application, this kind of cements they will use it. High alumina cement, that will use it IS 6452. See, sometimes what will happen is that we'll use sometimes high alumina cement if you want to make it the make it strength more in some of the areas. Maybe that we'll discuss in detail one by one. So then ordinary Portland cement. So we'll discuss one by one. Ordinary Portland cement is the manufacture of OPC is decreasing all over the world in view of the popularity of blended cement on the account of lower energy consumption. It has the advantage of lower energy consumption, environment pollution, because highest percentage of silica is there in this. Then economic and other technical reasons. Many are there. Maybe if you see the property of ordinary Portland cement with the other cements, the cost is very less compared to the other type of cement, and it is um, when it comes to the strength of ordinary Portland cement with that cost, it is more feasible. So then rapid hardening cement, as the name indicates, it develops strength rapidly, and as such it may more appropriate to call as it is a high early strength cement, where the framework is required to remove early for reuse elsewhere. Road repair works in cold weather concrete. I already said that in cold conditions, normally the type of cement, it is not going to um, mm, wrap, means normally it is not going to mm, um, make it harden. In that conditions we'll use rapid hardening cement. So normally the sunlight is very important parameter, that is the sun is very important uh, um, uh, conditions. Normally it requires around 35 to 40 degrees centigrade is required um, for the hardening of the cement, but in cold countries it will be around 4 or 5 degrees centigrade, or sometimes it will be minus degree centigrade. So in that conditions OPC will not work. OPC, if it is there, normally in cold countries it will not rapidly to won't hard. Then In that conditions, the OPC will not be suitable, then rapid hardening cement is required. So this is what the rapid hardening cement. These are the conditions. You can see the color, it will be like lime. Normally the calcium percentage is more in this rapid hardening cement. This is a comparison. This is of normal gray color, this is of white color. This is rapid hardening cement, where the maximum calcium percentage of calcium is more in this rapid hardening cement. It will be 30 to 40%. And this sulfate resisting cement and Portland slag cement we will discuss in the next class, the property of this.